friends, let's discuss social disconnect. Social disconnect is a very common sign with people who suffer burnout and any chronic disease. Actually, social disconnect is a symptom of low-grade inflammation. It's a very serious sign, and that's why we discuss these signs. This is number 2 of 10, so we have 8 more to go, because when we become aware of it and we can recognize those in ourselves, then we can take the right mitigating actions. Now, this sign of low-grade inflammation, social disconnect, this can be very strong, and then we see it as a symptom of burnout, but it can also be creeping over time, over months and months and months, even years, in a very low-level way. And then we can develop chronic disease, because all chronic disease originates from low-grade inflammation. How do we recognize it? Well, people with social disconnect do what it says. They disconnect socially. They are not calling friends or are declining invitations a lot. They are not mingling in. They are not joining activities at work or with friends. They withdraw. They isolate themselves. They do not go out a lot or even go outside a lot. They want to be left alone. They are even relieved when plans are canceled. Now, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, this is not natural behavior. Naturally, we connect with other people. We connect in situations. And extroverts do that in their own way, and introverts do that in their own way. But still, there is participation. There's no isolation. Isolation is an unnatural sign. It is a signal. Now, why is that a signal? Because what the body does when there is low-grade inflammation, it's protective. The body wants to heal. So we withdraw, we isolate, we want to be left alone, because that is healing time. We redirect our attention, our energy inwards, and do not use the energy or our attention, our focus, our mental capacity outwards to connect with other people. We innately know that we have to go inward. And often, when we disconnect to our environment, when we disconnect with other people, we are also a little bit disconnected from ourselves. And therefore, we have to turn inwards and reconnect. Reconnect to our true self, to who we really are, like being full of energy, spirited, passionate, joyful, interested, creative. But also reconnect to our purpose, the meaning that we give to life, the meaning that we give to our actions, to become aware again, to remind us of how we feel fulfilled, how we can fulfill our desires. And I'm not sure about you, but actually that is what I do when I have a severe flu. When I really go on the couch or I'm in my bed, I find myself secretly enjoying the pile of books that I have next to me and that I have the time to have a peek in them all or read them all. That's self time. It's time to reconnect with what really brings us joy, how we see life, how we see ourselves, and ask ourselves, what do we want? Who are we? So there is a reason, there's an underlying challenge that comes with a sign of social disconnect. And we have to take it seriously. First of all, to reduce the low-grade inflammation. That has an immediate impact on our well-being. But also for the longer term, to reconnect with who we really are. That we remind ourselves why we do what we do. Remind ourselves of who we are. And remind ourselves what truly gives meaning to our life and to what makes us joyful and passionate, that we can go into our interests again. Now, first and foremost, it's important that when we recognize those signs of social disconnect within ourselves, that we understand that it is time to heal. It's time to heal. So how do we do that? Well, again, I will give you 3 hacks. There are many more, but these are my top hacks to mitigate this underlying problem of needing time to heal. The first one is reduce low-grade inflammation. That's really the first thing that will give you the energy to go inward. So it's time to take care of the foods you eat. So eat a lot of fruits and veggies, refrain from processed foods, and just eat clean. If you can, eat organic and no pre-packed meals or takeouts just for a period of time. Really take care of yourself. Eat clean, drink clean, refrain from alcohol, but take some green teas, water, ginger tea with a little bit of honey. Just try to eat and drink anti-inflammatory. And within days, you already feel better. You increase your well-being in days. Number 2, the hack. Walk and sleep, walk and sleep, and walk and sleep, and repeat. Sleep is the time that you can recover. Sleep is the time when your cells repair, rejuvenate. Sleep is the time when your body cleanses. Now, this may be a challenge because we also know that people who are social disconnecting, people who have a level of low-grade inflammation, have a hard time sleeping. So this is easier said than done. I also say walk. Walk is something that you probably can do a lot. So at least half an hour a day. And the more, the better. When you walk a lot, you will find that you can sleep better as well. Walking in itself is not only refreshing the mind, gives you more clarity of thought, gives you more focus, so you can have more attention for interests or creativity. But the thing is that when you walk, you use your muscles. And when you use your muscles, your body is producing anti-inflammatory chemicals. And that is what you need right now, right? If you have chronic disease or burnout, that is what you need. So walking is a great thing, at least a half an hour a day. And if you can do more, that will be great. Then your sleep will get better as well. But also think about a good sleep routine. One thing that I learned, and I thought it was quite funny, is to set your alarm to get to sleep, not to wake, right? That's something different. Because if you set your alarm clock, let's say at 10 p.m., and 10 p.m. is the time that you go to bed every night. Maybe you do not sleep right away. Probably you do not sleep right away. But you build in a routine. You're learning your body, you're learning your cells that 10 p.m. is the time. Now, do something relaxing, preferably an hour before, so from 9 p.m. But especially at 10 p.m. when you go to bed, do a meditation. Meditate and relax your body. If that is too hard, use a sleep hypnosis, something that you can find on YouTube as well. So that will help you get to sleep. And when you get enough sleep, you will naturally awake. So it goes naturally. You do not need an alarm. Hopefully, you are living somewhere that you can wake with natural daylight. And if not, there are those lamps that I use, because when I have to get up, then it's quite dark. So I use a lamp that that goes on at around 7 a.m. And well, I do not use my alarm clock to get up. So walk and sleep, and repeat. Number 3, the hack is reconnect with your true self. Then first you have to remind yourself who your true self is. That is quite easy to find. Remember those moments when you were really happy, those moments when you were in the flow, when you did creative work, those moments when you are so joyful, you are curious, you have a lot of interest, you are having fun. That is your true self. And how to reconnect with that? Well, maybe if that is a stretch right now, try to meditate. Like I often say, it's the panacea for a lot of things, or everything, or maybe for everything. And in this meditation, ask yourself, who am I? What do I want? Who am I? And what do I want? Probably you will not get an answer just right away, but it'll come. Maybe within 15 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe the next day. But you will get inspiration about what to do and what is best for you. And in any case, meditation will relax you, will relax your body, will relax your mind, and will reduce inflammation. So it helps in so many ways. When we reconnect with who we really are, naturally, we start to reconnect with the people around us. Naturally, we start to socialize again in our own way. When we are an extrovert, we do that in our own way. And when we are an introvert, we do that in our own way. I often hear this with people who I help with these challenges, that they say, well, I'm an introvert, so I am naturally disconnected. Well, you are connected in a different way, but really disconnecting, avoiding friends, avoiding socials, declining invitations, that is a different thing. And again, we have to take this seriously. Social disconnection is one of the well-known symptoms of low-grade inflammation. And low-grade inflammation is no good news. It can evolve to burnout. It can evolve to any type of chronic disease. And if we want to reverse chronic disease, this is the way. This is one of those ways that we can do it. So I give you 10 signs and also 10 ways to mitigate this. And some people have some signs way more than other signs. So I hope this helps you to reconnect with yourself, to reverse chronic disease, and to have increasingly more well-being every day. If this was helpful to you, join me in a free training on the 3 basic principles to live by, so you too can reverse your chronic disease and live your life on your own terms, not set by chronic disease. To join, click the link below in the description box, and maybe see you there.